Episode 540. Yishu stuck a cigarette in his mouth and turned to head out the door. Chen Guo called Ye Chu over, set up the table the internet cafe used for meals, and then gestured at the few remaining customers.
Yeah, it's pretty dead today. Usually at this hour the place is packed. Some folks even bring their own food. The whole place smells just like a restaurant, full of cooking aromas.
What a shame. I won't get to experience it today.
Come back another time.
Yeah, okay, I will.
Yi Chu gave a nod. The two of them sat at the dining table, chatting idly. Yi Chu told Chen Guo quite a few embarrassing stories from Yi Shu's childhood. Chen Guo wanted to return the favor with a few tales of her own, but when she thought about it, ever since Yi Shu had arrived at Happy Internet Cafe, the one who'd constantly been getting into embarrassing situations was probably her. Chen Guo had no desire to be the star of that kind of story, so she simply let it go.
Hey, I'm back.
Yi Shu finally returned, lugging 2 large bags of takeout containers filled with soups and stews.
That smells amazing.
Ye Chu was already looking forward to it.
Realizing, I think we skipped lunch.
Chen Guo finally remembered something.
If you're hungry, eat up.
Yi Shu set his things down and lit a cigarette for himself.
Let's see what we've got.
Yi Chu took out one food container after another.
Oh, not bad at all. Hey, this is great. Oh wow, impressive. They're all my favorites.
Yi Chu looked over the dishes and nodded in satisfaction.
Well, look at that. You're actually a pretty good brother.
Exactly. It's just that young people can be a bit thoughtless, which led to some misunderstandings.
Young people. Chen Guo was speechless. They're twins, you know. Sure, there's an older and a younger brother, but the age difference is practically negligible.
No wine?
Yi Chu set out the lunchboxes and realized there was nothing to drink.
Right, you didn't get any drinks.
I don't drink.
Oh?
Chen Guo was a little surprised. She hadn't expected Ye Chu, who smoked like a chimney, to not drink.
Too much alcohol makes your hands shake.
Oh, I see.
Chen Guo understood. For a pro gamer, of course your hands had to be rock steady. Even the slightest instability can have a severe impact on microcontrol. For a Glory Esports pro, alcohol is definitely something to be wary of.
You don't have to drink, but that doesn't mean we can't.
Exactly.
Chen Guo remembered too.
We can drink it.
Hey, you two. My hands are full.
Oh,
Chen Guo snapped out of her daze and stood up.
I've got some liquor upstairs. It's been sitting there for ages with no one drinking it. Might as well bring it down and finish it off. Yi Shu, come give me a hand.
Yi Shu, who hadn't even warmed his seat after entering, had to get up again. As the two of them headed upstairs, Chen Guo asked,
What does your brother drink?
I haven't lived at home for 10 years now.
Yi Shu said, indicating he really had no idea about his younger brother's taste in wine.
Go ask him.
So Yi Shu turned and went back downstairs. Not long after, Yi Shu came running up. Chen Guo could only shake her head in exasperation. She waved Ye Chu over to personally pick out the wine.
Come on. Let's just treat today as New Year's. Happy New Year, Happy New Year.
As the true host of the gathering, Chen Guo raised her glass to toast the two brothers. Yi Shu had said he wouldn't drink, but in the end he still poured himself a symbolic amount. The three of them clinked glasses and drank. The internet cafe still had a fair number of customers, and they all watched as these three, completely ignoring the onlookers, began celebrating the holiday right there in the open. There were plenty of dishes, and Chen Guo had brought out a good amount of wine, but the meal was over in a flash. No one expected Ye Chu to get drunk so quickly, and so completely. In an instant, his head just thumped down onto the table, and no amount of calling could rouse him. Yi Shu just shook his head.
You don't drink?
I really didn't know that.
You don't even know if he's allergic to alcohol.
I'm not allergic. We share the same DNA, so he probably isn't either.
So what do we do now?
You're full already?
I'm not done yet.
Then keep eating.
Chen Guo blankly took a bite of his food, then suddenly asked, as if remembering something.
You're not going to pass out after a few drinks like he did, are you?
Of course not.
Yi Shu denied it flatly.
You never drink, so you actually don't know, do you?
Yi Shu had no answer.
Same DNA.
Different kind of success.
You're just saying that. He doesn't look like a man with no prospects to me.
Of course I was just saying that.
Yi Chu remained slumped there for a full 2 hours. When he finally stirred, his gaze was still clouded with confusion.
Are you okay?
Soon, a cup of hot water was passed to Yi Chu's side, with Chen Guo watching nearby.
Huh? What happened?
Ye Chu asked, bewildered.
You're drunk.
Is that so? How long was I out?
2 hours.
Huh? Then it must be really late now, right?
Yi Chu checked the time and froze. He looked back another 2 hours and instantly realized just how quickly and thoroughly he'd gotten drunk. It was a time that would absolutely make everyone at the table break out in a cold sweat of embarrassment. Yi Chu was left speechless with embarrassment.
So, how are things now?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Ye Chu sprang up nimbly, eager to prove himself again, but his body immediately listed to one side.
Ugh, I'm so dizzy.
Yi Chu cried out, and Chen Guo, standing nearby, quickly reached out to steady him.
If you're dizzy, just go lie down.
No, I don't need help. Nobody needs to help me.
Yi Chu insisted he was fine. He staggered a couple of steps, then his hands slapped against the wall.
No need. I can manage with the wall.
He left the rest of that sentence unsaid. Beside him, Shen Guo was caught between laughter and tears, shouting for Ye Shu.
What a loser.
Yi Shu, still stuck in the game, came over with a sigh.
Do you even remember where the stairs are?
Yes, I do.
Where is it?
On the other side of the wall.
Get lost.
Yi Shu reached out and hauled the guy up, with Chen Guo coming over to lend a hand. This time, Ye Chu didn't stubbornly hold on. With the two of them pulling and dragging him, they finally managed to get him into the room on the second floor.
Hey, just let him crash in my room.
Chen Guo asked Ye Shu.
No, I'll sleep here. This is fine.
Ye Chu was still conscious enough to stubbornly point a finger. But he missed, pointing instead at the coffee table in the living room.
All right, come to my room.
Yi Shu pushed open his own door and, without a doubt, tossed Yi Shu inside. He then proceeded to take care of him, fetching slippers and tucking him in.
See? Having a brother isn't so bad, is it?
Watching Yi Shu carefully help Yi Shu pack up, Chen Guo said with a grin.
Not bad.